Hello, and how are we all doing on this great Monday morning? Today I'm going to read the story called Miss Spider's Tea Party, and it's written by David Kirk. Now, the thing that I absolutely love about this book is that it has the most gorgeous pictures. So really look at those pictures while I'm reading today, because they're just gorgeous. Look at this. Right? What do you think about that picture? Look at that. I hope you can see it. One lonely spider sipped her tea while gazing at the sky. She watched the insects on the leaves and many flying by. If I had friends like these, she sighed, who'd stay a while with me, I'd sit them down on silken chairs and serve them cakes and tea. I don't think bugs want to be her friend because she's a spider. We know what spiders do. But maybe not Miss Spider. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Let me move over so I can read and you can see the picture. Two timid beetles, Ike and May, crept from the woodwork that same day. But when Miss Spider begged, "Please stay," they shrieked, "Oh no!" and dashed away. Three fireflies flew inside that night, their spirits high, their tails alight. They spied the web and squeaked in fear, "We'd better get away from here." The little trio did not feel they'd care to be Miss Spider's meal. No. Four bumblebees buzzed by outside. "Please come to tea," Miss Spider cried. The four ignored her swaying there. She waved a tea towel in the air. She took a cup and tapped the glass. Then one bee spoke to her at last. "We would be fools to take our tea with anyone so spidery." Do you notice it's a counting book? Within the shadows of the room, just peeking from behind a broom, 5 grinning faces bobbed and peered. Miss Spider smiled. Her heart was cheered. Descending for a closer look, she danced into the gloomy nook, but sadly found those jolly mugs belonged, alas, to rubber bugs. Not real. Some ants strode in, they numbered 6, but ants with spiders will not mix. She brewed them tea from hips of roses. The proud platoon turned up their noses. A fine bouquet concealed its prize of 7 dainty butterflies. Miss Spider, watching from the wall, was not aware of them at all. They're hiding in there. Can you find them? Maybe you want to pause it and see if you can count. Find them and see how many were there. 7. See if you can find them. They're all in the bouquet of flowers. Oh, poor Miss Spider. The tea table was set for 8 with saucers, cups, and a silver plate. The cakes were fresh, the service gleamed, yet no one would arrive, it seemed. Her company in no demand left her a cup for every hand. Spiders have 8, right? It's pretty funny. She's looking sad, though. I don't like that. I don't like when things are sad. Do you? Oh, I'm showing you the wrong end. There, you gotta see that. 9 spotted moths kept safe and warm in shelter from a thunderstorm. They stood beneath an open sash and watched the jagged lightning flash Miss Spider dropped down on a thread, a silver tray above her head. She hoped to please them, but instead... You have to turn the page to find out. They flew away in mortal dread. That means they were really scared. Oh, poor Miss Spider, look at that picture. They've left me all alone, she cried. She dabbed her eyes and sadly sighed. It's plain no bug will ever stay. Her tears splashed down upon the tray. Ten tiny steaming mugs of tea were perched upon her trembling knee. She sipped and sobbed and heard a cough and turned to see a small, wet moth. A fragile thing so soaked by rain, his wings too damp to fly again. The moth doesn't look too happy. She smiled and took a checkered cloth to cloak the frail and thankful moth. They talked and snacked on tea and pie until his tiny wings were dry. Then lifting him with tender care, she tossed him gently in the air. She might be finding a friend. I hope so. The moth told Ike, and Ike told May, who went from bug to say, "There's no reason for alarm. She's never meant us any harm." So later on that afternoon, assembled in the dining room, 11 insects came to tea to share Miss Spider's courtesy. Look how happy Miss Spider is now. 12 tender violets in a vase presented at Miss Spider's place. Set by her chair so neatly spun, she munched the blossoms one by one. Her friends were glad to watch her feast upon a floral centerpiece. It was great relief to see she ate just flowers and drank just tea. Miss Spider's reputation grew. Before too long, our hostess knew each bug who crawled or hopped or flew, and all their lovely children, too. The end. And Miss Spider wasn't going to eat them up anyway, was she? No. So it's always a good idea to get to know somebody before you judge, right? Say, oh, no, they're going to eat me up. No, they just want to be nice. I hope you like that. I hope you like the pictures. I think they're beautiful. And so are you guys. See you soon.